significant threat to national security. Recall that in September of 2025, bandits killed about 12 forest guards in Kwara State alone, and highlighting the risks faced by those tasked with securing the forest. So the current initiative builds on previous efforts to addressing insecurity, including the establishment of the Nigeria Forest Service or Security Service. How is it put now? Nigeria Forest Security Service Special Guard Initiative, I think. Yeah, and it was championed by the National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. The initiative is aimed at standardizing and upscaling forest guard units across the country to provide them with the necessary training, equipment, and the firepower to indeed bear the name, not just in name, but bear it in action as forest guards, right? So 130,000 armed forest guards to secure Nigeria's 1,129 forest reserves. And that is what we're looking into this morning. All right, we have our guest, Comrade Saliu Mahmood Dantata. Good morning and welcome to the discourse today.
Very good morning to you and other Nigerians listening to your valuable station.
Appreciate that one from you. Well, let's already talk about this. 130,000 armed forest guards to secure Nigeria's 1,129 forest reserves. What comes to your mind, especially in view of the fact that we have been plagued by an insecurity with various groups exploiting the country's porous borders and vast ungoverned spaces?
Well, you see, the 30,000 forest guards are not going to be a new thing, because already, we have members of the armed forces, we have those of the police and other security agencies, and virtually all of them have been involved in one way or the other in the fight against the activities of these non-state actors. Talk about Boko Haram, ISWAP, bandits, Lakurawa, and host of others. The issues are, it is only going to add to it an area of safeguarding our forests that were hitherto abandoned. I will give you examples. Like in Niger and Kwara State, there is the Kanji Wawa Wildlife Reserve.
Yeah.
Then there is the one that is Eworo under Kayama local government area. All these areas hitherto were left at the mercy of some intruding non-state actors. Mahmuda terrorists that were dislodged made use of them. Then now Lakurawa are also having their free day. So the issues are, the forest guards are going to be manning the forest to periodically flush out any non-state actor that decides to make the forest their safe haven. Under the Conservator General of the Federation Office, there is what in Hausa they call Gandundaji. These are like people that are their uniform men that hitherto protects the wildlife forest and reserve. But for some time, with the sophistication of the non-state actors, these people are unable to do it because not all of them are armed. I have never even seen them with a weapon before.
Okay.
But in the case of the forest guards, automatically they are going to bear arms. Then they are being trained by the military. So that is to tell you, they are going to also complement the effort of the armed forces, police, and others in the fight against non-state actors.
So let me ask
but
you.
It's not going.
Yeah, let me ask you a very significant question. The question will be, Comrade, how do you think that the forest guards are different from the Nigeria police? How are they different? Because some would say, Nigeria police are supposed to also handle these issues, and all of that. But yet, We are talking forest guards here. What is it that differentiates them?
You see, when you talk about the forest guards, they are only going to be restricted to the forest. And when you talk about Nigerian police are involved in general security duties, from law enforcement, protection of lives and properties, and host of others. And that is why in the police force, you have the counter-terrorism units, you have the special forces, you have the police mobile force, and others. So it's a larger internal security force that performs more than one responsibility. So the forest guard is no more than a component of the police. Maybe if you are going to equate them, you equate them with maybe the special forces of the police or one of the components of the police. So, and in many nooks and crannies, you have either police outposts or division headquarters or area command and host of others. So also the way you have the police mounted troop who uses HAS, so also the conventional police, the plainclothes police that you call CID, and you also have other specialized squads like the Special Intervention Squads. You also have other ones and host of others. So the issues are police can never be compared to the forest guards. The forest guards are only coming to complement.
Okay, so the forest guards are only coming to complement. Now, there has been issues about sustainability. Do you think that this move or this initiative will indeed be sustained? Because if you ask an average Nigerian now, they tell you indeed that the vast nature of the land, of the spaces in the forest is quite enormous, that we will need more than 130,000 in number to man. Do you see that as a concern?
Well, you see, it is not the number that matters, like I tell you.
Okay.
For example, you have non-state actors using Tavo rifle that is used in Israel. Are they going to give the forest guards such kind of rifles? You have the non-state actors using anti-aircraft missiles. Are the forest guards also going to undo that? You have, like ISWAP, using drones, armor personnel carriers, and other sophisticated weapons. Are they going to give them? That is why I said the limitation of their assignment and function is going to help them, because it's going to be within the forest. And in many forests, they have non-state actors. That is where they camp, and it is from there they carry out their nefarious acts and what have you.
Yeah.
And with the sophistication of the training they are going to give them, if they accompany it with weapons and arms, it's going to go a long way. But when you leave them talking only on manpower, you are not going to have any headway. So there should be difference of equipping them. After the training, let them be adequately equipped. But also on national security, sometimes you have to be careful, because these are people you are bringing newly, and their training can never be compared to even paramilitary, talk more of police and army. So you cannot go and give forest guards, for instance, just because you want them to perform in the forest, maybe sophisticated arms that Air Force, Navy, or Army uses, or police or DSS. So these are also going to be their constraints, because you will not outrightly give them what can be like affront to other security agencies.
Right.
And don't forget, we have the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense, and in the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense, we have agro rangers. Agro rangers have technicality to guard forests. That is the essence of carving them out. So that also is an issue to be taken seriously. The agro rangers and civil defense, have they been properly armed too? That you now bring forest guards just because you want them to perform certain functions and arm them to toot both existing security agencies.
All right. Well, let's put a peg to your thoughts. Open the phone lines now so we can hear from family members what they have to say about this, what they think about the 130,000 to be injected to man our forest. Number to call to be a part of the discourse this morning is 0907 353 0044. That is 0907 353 0044. Let us know what you think about the 130,000 to be trained, deployed forest guards to man our forest. And what do you also think as to the solution to the insecurity that we face? Would this indeed help in tackling the unmanned places or spaces that we have in Nigeria? Would this change the tide? Would it change the narrative? Do you think is it prospective? Is it something for us to look forward to? Is it something to be excited about? I just want to know what you think, and let's have that conversation already. Remember, you can follow through across every other social media platform as we are hosting the television now on YouTube and Facebook. Now, let me get back with you, Comrade Saliu. Now, you have been one who has experience when it comes to in matters that concern security, right, in Nigeria. Not just in Nigeria, even outside the shores of Nigeria, right? Now, in view of this conversation, we are in a period of turbulence. We are in a period of unpredictability, where quite a number of Nigerians are feeling a growing sense of insecurity. We're feeling a sense of disaffection and a feeling of alienation. How can we indeed ensure that issues that concern human rights abuses can be avoided? Are you there? Hello? Are you there?
Yeah,
How can we ensure? How can we ensure that matters that concern?
Come again.
Can you hear me?
Clara,
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me? So how can we ensure that these forest guards will not infringe on human rights? Now, you made it clear. You said their job will be to man the forest. But are we very clear that they will not abuse human rights?
You know, in the forest, there are a lot of activities that take place. There are certain communities that do their farming activities within the forest.
Right.
Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Then again, there are herdsmen that rear their cattle in the forest, and there are even settlements in some forests. Are you getting my point? So that, I believe, with arrangement with the communities, don't forget there will also be community enlightenment initiative where they will know where certain communities are. So above all, security has to do with discretion. It is not just to say because you want to fight non-state actors that completely you are going to, dislodge even some villagers who are innocent people. So there is going to be caution regarding that. So regarding those technicalities, and don't forget they are not going to be acting on their own. These are going to be trained by members of the armed forces. So they are going to have rules of engagement. They are going to have terrain scope. Then there is going to be, above all, collaboration. Just the way the collaboration is going on now, the fight is not only by one security agency. There are other ones involved, just the way the army is fighting, the Air Force, the police, DHS, and others. So the forest guards are not going to do it alone.
Right, so they're not going to be doing it alone.
And the intelligence gathering is also going to be involved.
Okay. So, in other words, you're saying that Nigerians can be rest assured that the forest guards will not spill out from the forest to the roadways.
They are going to act within the purview of the law and tenets of the law. So, and for every security worker, there is rules of engagement. So they are going to go by that.
All right. So how will the initiative impact the overall? Well, you already mentioned the fact that it's going to be a collaborative.
Please come again. Please come again.
You already mentioned the fact that it will be collaborative in terms of the impact, the overall impact, on security situation in Nigeria. But let's talk about the economic impact. How do you think that this initiative impacts the local economy and creates jobs?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you think that this initiative is solid enough to handle or to impact the local economy and create jobs? Are you there?
Well, it's going to create jobs. Don't forget, there are a lot of able-bodied youths who are jobless for now. Some of them sometimes apply for the military, police, and others that they don't get. And with the forest guards, a lot of them are going to be, even though there is going to be caution, because for any recruitment that is going to come, they are going to vet it. There's what you call profiling, in order to avert certain mistakes where there will be conspiracy, because it's going to be a completely civil security. So they have to know your character, whether you don't have criminality and also other things. So it's going to create jobs in mass if they are going to do it with transparency and diligently. But sometimes don't also forget that we have some selfish politicians where you see some senators out of red members and other high echelons of the society trying to bring their talks into it. So that will spoil the intention of Mr. President, because, the forest guard is going to be like credit to Mr. President and Commander-in-Chief. So it's going to create opportunities, because the moment you give that employment, it's also adding value to economy, because they will collect salaries and other allowances and they will go to market. And the more they buy, market forces also get there. So in a way, it has an advantage to economy, because you are going to be paying people salaries, some incentives and all other things. And it will go a long way.
So do you also think that this should end with... do you think that this forest guards, is a matter that will be spread across the 36 states, or is it just central to the northern region?
No, just like the civil defense.
Oh, okay.
Just like the civil defense is going to spread across the country, because it has to be in line with federal character.
Right. Okay.
It's going to be in line with federal character.
Well,
so it's going to spread the 36 states and the FCT.
Well, there is a question right here. It's coming from Jonas. Jonas is sending a message via the WhatsApp. And Jonas is saying, good morning to you in the studio. Good morning. Good morning to your guest too as well. I have my reservations about the forest guards. I have issues with it in terms of human rights. We have seen how different security agencies over time abuse power. And we've seen how those at the high echelon consistently abuse power in taking laws in their hands, acting rashly, unabatedly, and it feels as though the law does not get to them. I feel that there might be an issue of impunity, human rights violation with the forest guards in time, and that it might be covered up also. This is just what we face. As much as the initiative is good, I still believe that there are still issues that will come up from forest guards if there is no adequate oversight and coordination by the federal government. Okay, Jonas, thank you for that. Message was not so clear though, but anyways, thank you. And that leads us to the place of coordination. I don't know, comrade, in terms of oversight, in terms of coordination, right? Do you think that the government has the capacity to effectively coordinate and oversight the forest guards? Do you really think that? Well, anyways, these are many more questions will be coming our way in a short bit. But remember, this is Eagles Outlook, and we talk politics and current affairs. Let's go pay some bills. We'll be right back.
While others are blabbing, total dance. Yeah. Let's fill you in with pure entertainment. Eagles 102.3 Abuja.
Power Homes and Shelters Limited, a real estate company. We be Baba for properties. Our properties national best.
Please listen to this important infomercial. It's Paul's time on radio. Abuja Powell Homes and Shelters Limited has come with a vision of transforming housing through innovation, style and integrity. At Powell Homes and Shelters Limited, we deliver affordable luxury, comfort and reliability in real estate. We offer genuine lands, elegant homes, modern designs and flexible payment plans to make your dream home a reality. Visit us today and experience excellence you can trust. Our address is number 52, Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. You can call us on telephone number 081-510-20000 or 080-925-70000. The number to call us once again is 081-510-20000.